John, look at this.
A cemetery,
a
Colin.
cemetery. What a perfect metaphor for the contemporary book business. I mean, this really could be the graveyard of existing publishing.
And Easter's right around the corner, isn't it? The resurrection. I'm John Oakes.
And I'm Colin Robinson. We're actually standing outside what until a few months ago was a Barnes & Noble superstore and is now an empty shell. Last year, 500,000 books were published.
In the US alone.
In the US alone. I mean, that's 10,000 a week. Nearly 2,000 a working day.
A publisher can easily be in a situation today, putting out a book and losing money on every single book that's sold.
It would be worth just describing what happens to a conventional book. What would happen to that book now is that it would be shipped from the printer to the publisher's warehouse, from the publisher's warehouse to a Barnes & Noble warehouse or a Borders warehouse, from the Barnes & Noble warehouse out to the store, and then 40% of them are then shipped back because they're returned.
We recognize that a publisher's job is to promote an author, to make sure that the book gets read. It's not just to passively process a book. And that's what's been happening the last few years as publishers start to see their profits go down or disappear. They cut back in areas that they really can't afford to cut back in, such as marketing, publicity. Any author who's had a book published in the last few years will tell you the same thing.
What's happening is that the book publishers have to give the booksellers huge discounts, 50%, 55%, 60% discount on all of the books that they sell. And when they do that, there is no money left to promote the book. And it isn't even as though the booksellers themselves are making big profits, they're not. Yeah, this is what we're talking about. Borders is close to going out of business. Barnes & Noble just had to lay off 100 people in January. They're struggling too.
I think we're in the midst of what's called a paradigm shift. And it's a paradigm shift on several levels. It's one politically and culturally and also technologically. And as people are more comfortable with the internet, and in fact, it becomes something that's indispensable, reading is much more naturally an act that's done electronically on your handheld device or on your computer. And yet, OR books will still give people the option of reading in a traditional manner, of having a book that's printed on paper. So what we are is platform agnostic. We're open to everything. We're not excluding anything except for the old system, which doesn't work.
You can almost see the words Borders on that gravestone right in front of us.
There's RH, that's Random House.
And I think that may be HarperCollins with the and that rather pre-epic one. I think that might be Simon & Schuster.
Where are we skating?
Well, we're skating into the future, John.